Jungkook's meeting with his parents after a long time became a moment full of emotion that was so eagerly awaited. After going through his military service, Jungkook finally gets a chance to meet his mother and father. This heartwarming moment takes place behind a simple but warm atmosphere. For Jungkook, the time he spent away from his family while serving as a soldier was certainly an emotional challenge, both for him and his family. The meeting became a solace after a long time apart. When he saw his parents, a big smile immediately adorned Jungkook's face, but behind that, the feeling of being touched and emotional was so clearly visible from his face. Jungkook's mother and father welcomed him with a warm hug they had longed for. They have been waiting for this moment for a long time, filled with anxiety and hope that their son remains well during his military service. As the youngest child of his family, the bond between Jungkook and his parents has always been very strong. Since childhood, he grew up in a family that supported his dreams and career as an idol. But despite his success in achieving global fame with BTS, for Jungkook, family has always been a top priority. This meeting reminded him of the importance of family, especially in difficult times such as serving in the army, where he could not easily meet his loved ones. Jungkook's mother, who has always been an important figure in his life, seemed unable to hide her anxiety. Although he knew that military duty was part of the responsibility of every South Korean citizen, there was still a sense of worry that could not be avoided. He always wondered about his son's health and well-being during his hard life in the military. His father, although visibly calmer, also showed deep relief when he was finally able to see Jungkook again. They are both very proud of their son, not only as an international star but also as one who is doing his job well as a citizen. Jungkook, on the other hand, felt deeply moved. He knew that his mother and father had gone through days of anxiety and longing. He also realized that although he was busy living a strict military life, his parents' feelings of love and affection never subsided. The warm hug he received from both his parents at that moment was a reminder of how much support he always got from them. The hug not only removed physical fatigue, but also recharged Jungkook's spirit to continue his life journey, both as a soldier and as an artist. It also reminds us of the human side of Jungkook, who despite being known by millions of fans around the world, is still a child who longs for the presence of his family. Despite all the hustle and bustle and challenges faced, the relationship between Jungkook and his parents remains one of the things he values most. That deep affection was so evident in that brief but meaningful meeting. The time they spent together may not have been very long, given Jungkook's unfinished military obligations, but the meeting brought relief and happiness to all. The anxiety that had been enveloping his mother and father was slowly erased, replaced by a smile and a sense of pride in seeing their son grow into a responsible and dedicated adult man. For Jungkook himself, the moment with his family was a reminder of the emotional support he always needed, especially in difficult times. The warmth he felt from his mother and father became a new energy filler to continue his duties. He realized that no matter what he did in the military, he was never alone because the love and prayers of his parents were with him every step of the way. When the meeting was over, Jungkook felt better prepared and stronger to go back to his tough days in the military. He knows that there will be more challenges ahead of him, but with the support of his family, he believes he can get through them. For him, the meeting was a reminder that the love and support of the closest people is the most valuable thing in this world, something that cannot be replaced by anything, not even fame. That as time goes by, Jungkook will continue to remember that moment as one of the turning points in his life journey. Although he still had to complete his military duties, the meeting with his mother and father provided the emotional relief he so desperately needed. A deep love for his parents will always be a strong foundation for him in the face of various obstacles, both in the military and outside it, later in life. As he returns to the stage and public life, Jungkook's fans may not see the meeting, but behind the scenes, they can feel how important family support is to a big idol like Jungkook. The family is the foundation that keeps him grounded and strong, despite being at the peak of popularity. The meeting proves that despite the distance and time separating, family love always finds a way to reunite longing hearts. With a smile of relief and happiness, Jungkook resumed his days in the military, with one thing for sure: he always had a place to go home, namely his family, who always loved him unconditionally. After a brief meeting with his parents, Jungkook seemed more calm and focused. Despite living under immense pressure as an international idol, serving in the military brings its own challenges. A period of heavy physical training, tight schedules, and daily life that is much different from the days before the draft certainly provides a mental and emotional burden for anyone who serves the task. However, the meeting with his mother and father provides a much-needed solace for Jungkook. He realized that despite being in a military environment that was disciplined and full of rules, the relationship with the family would never be broken. Instead, the brief encounter with his parents provided a simple, yet profound happiness that could not be felt on the concert stage or behind the camera. Family warmth is something that cannot be measured by success or popularity. Upon returning to the military headquarters, Jungkook carried sweet memories of the encounter in his heart. Of course, the longing still remains. He could not see his family as often as before the draft. However, such precious moments serve as a reminder that there are people who are always waiting for him to return home, who always love him for who he is. It was that love that made Jungkook able to get through the tough times in the military stronger. Jungkook's mother, who is known to be very close to him, seemed calmer after the meeting. As a mother, she always had a deep sense of concern for the safety and health of her son. Every night, he prays for Jungkook to be well during his military service. Seeing her son healthy and well, despite looking thinner and tired, was enough for Jungkook's mother to feel relieved. He knows that conscription is part of the obligation that every South Korean man must fulfill, including his son, who is now a big star. Jungkook's father, though more reserved, is also unable to hide his feelings. Behind his calm demeanor, he also felt anxious all this time. However, like Jungkook's mother, she felt proud that her son had done his duty well. The meeting was also a moment where he could have a heart-to-heart talk with Jungkook, giving him advice he might not have had before. For Jungkook's father, such times are a precious time to show how much he loves and supports his son. Jungkook himself looked more mature after serving a few months in the military. Although the training period he went through was very hard, he tried to go through it all with great dedication. The discipline and hard work instilled in the military environment began to be reflected in his every action. Meeting with his parents gave him a new spirit to continue to carry out his duties well. He feels a responsibility to give his best, not only for his country, but also for the people who have always loved him. When the meeting ended, Jungkook knew that he had to return to his military routine. Separation from his parents was hard, but he kept trying.